Well, hello, this is Tim, CEO, co-founder of LendAPI. So today we're going to continue with our risk management series. We'll show you a few more things. Just for review, we showed you how to do a node. We showed you how to program a combo rules, right, in our system, and you can review that in the series above. But today I'm going to talk about how to link some of these decision end nodes, as we call them, into actions and things like that. And part of the actions linking to emails, part of the actions linking to our pricing engine. So let's begin. So again, you can always start with a free trial. You can read more about our decision engine, maybe to a certain extent product studio and things like that on our website. And if you want to review some of these videos, you can head on to our resources, go to LendAPI Academy, and this is the series I've been working on. So you can look at nodes, you can review the combo rules. These are all short videos you can watch at your own leisure. So I'm going to log into our demo environment as usual, and let me see if I can get through my password. All right, so you guys are all familiar with our Rule Studio, so I'm going to go into our Rule Studio, and you can build as many of these as you want. I think the one we're working on was, let's see, maybe it was this one. Let's see if we can click into this one. August 6, combo rules. Maybe that was it. So we did some combo rules last time, and before I get there, I'll do a little bit more on the nodes. These nodes, again, could entertain these end condition rules. And again, you could take one off, take this plat rule off, and you can add a group. And this group, within this group, you can add more rules to it. So let's bring that plat, numbers of NSFs it's greater than equal to, less than equal to. How about that? That makes sense. Let's be lenient, 3. And this end condition governs the groups. So I'm going to say or. So what this means is that these two conditions, the FICO 10s and Vantage 4s, must pass these two rules, or the plat, the plat NSF variable needs to be less than 3. So this combo condition needs to be true, or this condition needs to be true for plat. Either one of these piles of rules needs to be true for it to pass this rule. So actually, let's make this 500 so it'll be easier for us to do a little test. This is 3, so I'm going to update this rule. And let's see, we can move this to the left and right so it'll be easier. As usual, you can save this rule. I'm going to move my big head up just a little bit and do a test here. So these two scores on the first pile was 500, so I'm going to do 499 and 499. So, 500, right? So either one of these is not true, so that node is basically false. But I'm going to say NSF is 2. Again, you know that it has to be less than 3. So let's see, this will give us a pass. And indeed, it's highlighted in green, so it's giving us a pass. But if you put this up as 5 and make this one 501, just in case 501, so this pile of rules is true, but this one's false, but it should still give us, again, there we go, a path all the way to a pass. So all right, so today I'm going to talk about some of the outcomes, but I'm going to add a little bit more to our lesson. So I am going to actually delete some of these nodes for you. So I'm going to go and delete these end nodes. I'm going to hit this trash can. I'm going to hit this trash can. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more nodes to it. Let's stack this a little bit. So I just click on this plus button, and automatically it's going to give me the left-hand side and right-hand side. So I'm going to switch this around a little bit so the yeses are on the right-hand side. So what I'm going to do is that on the yes condition, which again is this combo rules, I'm going to take this plat off so we can have an easier time to do the combo rule test. So what I just did is I reduced the complexity just to check FICO 10 from Equifax, where you go to 500. And on the node side, I'm still going to do a action node. So these action nodes basically will take forms of a internal API, if you will. So on the action of no, I'm going to decline this person, and the outcome, you can see there's a bunch of outcomes. We're going to dive into the outcomes in a subsequent session, but in the outcome, these outcomes can do a lot of different things. It could trigger emails, it could drive an event, and so to speak, so forth. So for now, we're going to use this credit decline outcome, which is just the internal API. That outcome will trigger certain things, which I'll show you in the decision outcomes in a later session. So I'm going to update this, and the no side will just go to a straight decline, right? So I'm going to dress it up, decline node, and this is declined by credit decline outcome email trigger. I leave myself a little note here. There we go. So let's work on the yes side. So here I'm going to do a little bit more. Remember the plat rule? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do the plat check node. So I'm going to use plat. So this time I'm going to use a different variable. We're going to talk about this current available balance from plat. So we're going to use available balance, which is the actual balance that the user can use out of their checking account as opposed to current balance. So it's greater than or equal to, let's just say, $300, right? So this is the plat rule, greater than 300, right? So I'm going to say update. So now this node is updated, and notice that we immediately give you a drop down because the rule can't just end like this, right? So if you save it, and if you try to run a test, it will say trace invalid because we still left this node hanging, and you can't really submit for approval because we're going to do an overall rule check. So so now we have a combo rule here, or a combinations of nodes here. We could we can do another set. So I'm going to click on yes again. So I'm going to move these things around. This is quite annoying. So we have a ticket to address this, but that's all right. At least it's stacking it correctly. So again, on the left-hand side, after the plat rule 300 is checked, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to say action, and I'm going to do a review status, right? This also triggers an action. So what this does is that it will trigger an email, which I'll dive into the outcomes later. It will trigger an email, and within the email, we're going to do a document request, right? In this case, we're going to do a bank balance review, which would trigger a upload request from the end user to upload documents in their user flow, or they'll get an email and there's a link for them to click into it, and there's an upload screen for them to upload bank statements. So bank statement needs to be uploaded by end user bank balance review trigger. All right, so we're gonna do this, and you can see that we introduce a brand new end node. It's called review. We don't just decline and approve in this shop. So there's a review trigger as well. But we'll leave this puppy alone. Let's focus on the right-hand side. So now that we've checked credit, we've checked bank balance, right? So we're gonna see if we can check something else. And you know what? Somebody had probably built a beautiful machine learning model. Final check. Final check. Credit check. How about that? So we'll name that puppy there. Final check. We have some character limitations on this. And this node will be running our latest regression model. Regression model version 1. Yeah. So let's go to our variable selection. So far we've been using variables from third parties, but you can also build your own models here. You can implement your own models, which we haven't gotten to that yet, but we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna use custom score 3, right? And of course, these models are calculating a probability, so we're gonna say this model has to carry 650 or above. So I'm gonna update that. Later in the next episode, I'm gonna show you how to build one of these custom models. So I'm gonna update that, and then I think we're done here. So I'm gonna add 2 more nodes. Again, this is very annoying, so I'm gonna throw the yeses over here and nodes over the other side. But anyways, it's this rules builder is very bendy. So you can go and reorganize a little bit, right? So you can, there's some functionalities where you can center the rules, zoom in, zoom out, but you can also use the pinch function to work on this. All right, so on the yes node here, again, it's probably repetitive. I'm gonna actually change that from a rule type to an action type, and then we're gonna finally say approve. And this approve can trigger a approval outcome, right? These approval outcomes, decline outcomes all have different names. So we're going to do a prime offer here. We're going to show you how to do this outcome triggering the decision engine later. So I'm going to put this one down. Approval node prime pricing is the outcome. Okay, all right, we'll update that. That's done. And then on the decline side, we'll make it an action node. We'll say decline, and we're going to use the same credit decline. All right, second decline node, credit decline. All right, so all that is complete update. So we're going to save this, maybe run a test. 500, available balance 500. Oh, look at this. All right, this is one of the hallmarks of our data science decisioning. If you look at all of these variables that all of a sudden popped up, why, boys and girls, we'll give you a quiz. That is because, I can't do this test now, that is because we triggered our custom model and is smart enough to go and read in all of the input for our custom model. So if you want to do a test, you have to enter the actual elements of the model, of course, right, to trigger the computation. Wow, okay, smart, if I may. But anyways, that does it for today. So we went through and added multiple layers of nodes representing different credit checks, balance checks, even our custom model checks. We're gonna spend an episode on that. And we also explored a new type of node, which is review, and this will trigger different actions. That makes it a complex demo, but the review will trigger an email which requests the end user, end applicant to upload. There's an upload link for them to upload certain documents, and those documents will show up in the agent dashboard, and there's a bunch of activities that can happen there. But for now, thank you for sitting through episode 3. Again, you can go on to our website, get a free trial, and you can do exactly what I just did. Have a good day. Thank you. This is Tim from LendAPI.